Welcome back guys to another tutorial. In today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to make mountain logos in Adobe Illustrator.
Never mind.
Okay, so before we start, and yep, I have the intro and outro, so yeah. So now it works for the intro and outro, so stay tuned and watch the whole video to find the outro. So let's get right into it on making mountain logos. So I'm going to make 2-3 versions of mountain logos just to make sure I can find your brand. So to start off, we're going to go to the star tool. Okay, now we're going to create a star, just like that. And what we're going to do next is we're going to click on the left. We're going to click on the star with the left, left click it. And then something will be called star, and it'll say radius 1, radius 2. But on the points, it'll say 5. You need to set the points at 3. So nothing with the radius 1 and radius 2, just the points. The point should be 3, not 2. So now what I'm explaining here is that this is 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point, 5 point. So there's 5 points on this, but this, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we already know that. So that's why I wanted to change the points so we can make a rectangle. So what we're going to do is make one right here, place one right here, and set the stroke to none over at the appearance. And then set the fill to whatever type of brown. I like the dark brown. And then hold shift to make it a slight bigger. And then you want to copy that over here so you never lose it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create snow on top of it. So to do that, we're going to go to the curvature tool, or actually you can do the pen tool. So we're going to use the pen tool. The shortcut is P, and we're going to create sharp lines like this. And that connects to this. And that connects all the way to here. That connects to here. And there we go. So now, if we just move it just like this, and place it right on front, just like that. Maybe just angle it just a little bit to make sure everything's perfect. And we can lift it up to make sure we hide the back, like this. And now we're going to set the fill to a typical white, but enough that you can see it. And we're going to set it to full white when we have a background. So now I'm going to zoom out, and I'm just going to copy that. Another one of these. I place that right here. And then copy another one. And use Control C and Control V to copy them. So now we have created one. Now we have to create one large one out of both of these. And you're also going to arrange this to send to back. So you're going to send it to back. And so now it's behind. So these should be on the front. This is in the back. This one should be darker in the back. There we go. And I'm just going to lower this a slight bit. And I'm just going to color this the same color from that. And there we go. So we have all the mountains. We don't need this rectangle anymore. So you're just going to click on it and click on backspace. And now we're going to select the whole thing. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to create rectangle. The rectangle tool, the shortcut is M. I'm going to show you 2 ways to cut the bottom off to keep everything straight. So I'm going to create a rectangle. And for these, I actually have to take these off real quick. And I'm going to select these. And what I'm going to do is over here on window, you might not see it, but when you click that, at the very bottom, there will be something called Pathfinder. And you might not see it. It's right over here. You might not see it. But on the shape mod, something will be called shape mods. On the second one, it'll say minus front, alt click to create a compound shape and subtract it from shape area. You want to click on that. But you have to select all this, including the rectangle. And then if you click on that, oh, you get that. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to restart this right now. And actually another way is I'm just going to take both of this and make sure it's nice and aligned. And so let's see if these still, okay. So I'm just going to hold both of these, lift it up to make sure it's all straight so it looks nice and perfect. Maybe like that. And now we got to move this a little more this way so we can cover it. And now this one, we're going to lower it down too. So this is just a way to create a better looking one. So maybe lift this up and use the arrow keys to move it straight down. Okay, so now we don't need this rectangle. So now we're going to select the whole thing. We're going to right click it and it'll be something called group. So you're going to select everything with the selection tool. The shortcut is V. And you're going to right click. There'll be something called group. And you're going to click on that. I already grouped everything. Just like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create the background. So you can do whatever you want. Background you want. I'm just going to set it to blue. And I'm just going to curve the edges a little. Just to make a little square. And then I'm going to make it like a nice Everest type of blue. And I'm just going to send it to back. And again, you for the shortcut is Shift, Control, and barcode. So really quick, I'll show you. Just like this. I'm going to set this to 100. Okay, so Shift. Oh, you can't see it. Just 1 second. Control plus this. Okay, so now if you can see it, so Shift, Control, and the barcode. So that's the way you can send this to back behind all of these. So now I can just delete that. And just to show, I'm going to move this a little, make it a little wider. Take one of these. Oh, okay. I can just leave it like that. And now what I'm going to do is maybe just make this a little down. And then we're going to use the text tool. Click. And make sure to send it about 70. I'm going to send it to 70 of the size, PT. And I'm going to fill it to a dark Everest blue. And also set the typography like that. And I'm going to type Everest. Or maybe just mountain. Mountain climb. Yeah, that works good. That works good. And now I can just make this a little bigger while holding Shift. And there we go. So now we have the first logo. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make another one. So I'm just going to make another one. There we go. So now we have another one right over here. For here. So this is the first one. Now what I told about the 3, I'll just do, yep. So now we're going to do the second one. second version. So what we can do is actually, I'm just gonna copy this logo over here. You can just create it. Yeah, you can just create it that I just did right now. But for this, just copying. So I'm just taking this, moving it to here, cause we'll need this. And this one's like a little wider, just like that. And oh yeah, I did forget. On this logo, you need to set it to completely white, just like this, complete white. And so now it'll look more snowy and it'll look more good. Oh, now that's better. Okay, so now what we're gonna do on this is when we create the mountain, you can create your own mountain, but since I already created this, I'm just gonna copy it. Now I'm just gonna group it just like that, so now it's one piece. And I'm gonna create a sun behind it. So to do that, I'm gonna go to the Ellipse tool. The shortcut is L, and I'm just gonna make it, let's say, about this big, where it nearly touches the bottom. And then I'm just gonna send it to back. Use the same formula that I told you yesterday. Not yesterday, just today on this video. Back in the time, you can pause this and go to where I gave you the formula if you forgot it. And I'm just gonna send it. There we go. Okay, so and now we're gonna move it just a slight bit. There we go. Now we're gonna copy it, and when you make the ellipse, the circle, you're gonna, here, 1 second, you're gonna hold shift. So you're gonna hold shift, and now I'm just gonna hold shift again, copy it, make another small one, and Control C, Control V for it, for copying it, and you're gonna fill it to whatever type of red you like. I like this red. Oh, and you need to make sure it's right. 1 second. There we go. Okay, and then we do mountain. We can call it another name. This time we'll change the font. And I'm just gonna set the size to 100. And by the way, the other one was script empty bold. That was the font for that. And right now I'm just gonna use elephant 2. So right here, elephant 2. Now I'm just gonna type mountain again. And I also gonna fill it color. Let's do red. And there we go. So we have version 2. And it seems quite plain, so we're gonna create a background right over. And make sure to send the circle to back. And we're gonna fill it to the lightest blue over here. A very light blue, not like completely white. Just a slight bit. Like that. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the third one. Hope you're excited for this one because we're gonna work on it just a little more. So now that I have this, let's get right into the third one. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna create, I'm just gonna use this mountain again. Same exact mountain. I'm gonna copy it, paste it, and I'm just gonna make this a little wider. And this is a cool part, is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, move this, oh yeah, leave this here, and I'm gonna go to the Paintbrush Tool. The shortcut is B. And this is actually one of the films one of the films logo where they had that circle around the mountain. That just gave me inspiration, so yeah. So now that's like one of the beginnings of the movies, like Popeye for example. And I'm just gonna go to a good brush tool over here. So I see over the brush I created some sort of font. And now if we circle it, let's check if we like it. And I like it, so yeah. So now I'm just gonna create a very good circle. If we can. If I don't like it, I'll just change it. Yep. I don't like it there. So another way, if you can't, just create a circle, fill it to none, and set the stroke thick, and then send it to back. So you're gonna send it to back. There we go. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Actually, I like it that way. And there. So now what we're gonna do is give it a background. I'm gonna make it a circle this time. So this is gonna be one of your YouTube videos if you go mountain hiking and vlog about mountains and climb them. So yeah, I'm gonna set the stroke to that. And I'm just gonna set the stroke to none and fill it to a cold blue, but I'm gonna make it white a little now. So let's make it white. It's like kind of like the sky. So when you go hiking, it works like that. So now I'm just gonna make it a little more wide so I can add text. And the text has to be small. So let's think of something. So let's see. I'm just also gonna set the size to 50. Yeah, okay. I'll just do 70. That's better. And what I'm gonna do is set the font to OCR extended. So you can see that over here. And I'm just gonna set the fill to dark. Now I'm just gonna type. Let's see, what can we type? Well, white snow. I know that's very awkward, but that's the only thing I have in my mind. And yeah, so you can just name it. You can name it whatever you want for your brand. And there we go. So now we have the first logo. I like the first logo the most. So we have the first logo, the second logo, and the third logo. So this one and this one are a little similar, but this one has a sun and this one has a circle. So yeah, and that's it. So this is a tutorial on how to make mountain logos in Adobe Illustrator.